Hi garden friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Era and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A, where I do gardening related videos. For today's video, I'll be naming my 10 favorite annual plants to grow in my garden. All right, guys, so when I say annual, I mean it's an annual for me here in Georgia. It doesn't come back for me, and I find myself planting these every year. Now, most of these are going to be in containers because, as you know, if you've been following me for a while, you know I pretty much have all except one or two of my annuals in containers. Everything you see in my garden otherwise is either a shrub, a perennial, or something that keeps coming back. So let's get started. First up is the beautiful blue Lobilia. I have several Lobilias right now in containers. I have my summer containers already done. And in here you can see the blue Lobilia right here. And I have it with some foxgloves and some creeping jennies. But I love the way that blue plants contrast with other plants in containers. And this is what the summer container is going to look like. One of the many summer containers that I have. Now, if I zoom in closer, for me, it's coming out purple on the screen, but it is a true blue Lobelia. It is in full sun. It does really, really well in hanging baskets. It does well in containers. And of course, it does well in your garden beds. This guy here, I buy it every year from Walmart. And it's usually the $3.47 or $4.47 or $5.97, depending on the size of the container, but it does really, really well. Let me know if you have the blue Lobelia in your garden. Next up, we have some beautiful Mexican heathers. I really fell in love with these years ago, and I buy them every single year. I had them actually in my hanging baskets 2 years in a row, and here they are in another summer container with the Mexican heather right here, the orange begonia, and another set of foxgloves, guys. This is great because it has these really nice small purple flowers. And it contrasts really well with the orange. And of course, it does really, really well in full sun. And it doesn't come back, sadly, but it doesn't really matter because I like it so much. It does grow really, really nice in containers. I've never tried planting it in the ground, but I'm pretty sure it will do well in the front of a garden bed or something. But for now, I have it here in a summer container, guys. Let me know if you have the beautiful Mexican heather. Next up, we've got some purslane. I really, really like this plant for a couple of reasons. One, it's different. The petals, they actually close at night, and then in the morning when the sun starts coming up, that's when they reopen. That's one. Two, they're great in hanging baskets because they could be used as the one that actually spills over. And I like that they have this fleshy looking look here. It looks like some sort of sedum or some sort of a fleshy plant. It's really, really great. It takes full sun and it has all these beautiful colors. Here we have yellow, we have orange, and if I zoom all the way in, if you look right at the petal, you'll see this really nice orangey yellow at the throat area. Really, really nice. I buy these every year again, and I usually see them at Home Depot. And I buy them because they look really, really great. It's something different. They're in full sun in this container here. I have it with some canna lilies. And I don't remember what color these canna lilies are. I'm hoping it's coral or maybe yellow, so it can really look nice with the rest of the purslane. And I've actually read that purslane is actually edible too, but I've never really tried it. But let me know if you have purslane in your container garden or in your yard and how it does. Next up, we have the beautiful Diplodia. I buy these every year from Home Depot, guys. And this year, Walmart had it $1 less, so I got it from Walmart. And they still just really perform. Now we're only in May, and they really are blooming, but they're gonna heat things up when it gets really hot. This is a tropical plant, and it's part like I think it's related to the mandevilla as well. This guy here does so well in containers, guys. Hanging baskets in the ground. When I first bought the house and I started gardening, I put it in the ground because I didn't really know too much about container gardening. And then I zoomed in on container gardening and I put it in the containers. And I'm right back to planting back in the yard again. But this guy here has done so well. It's a tropical plant, like I said, and when it gets hotter, the more it's going to bloom. Here I have it in a container with some canna lilies and some snapdragons right here. So this container should be a yellow, red, and I also have some marigolds in here as well. Let me know if you have this beautiful Diplodia. Speaking of snapdragons, every year I buy some at either the Three Guys, Home Depot, Lowe's, or Walmart because they're so beautiful, guys. Look at this really nice yellow here. They come in whites, they come in reds, they come in fuchsia, they come in this really nice yellow. They do reseed, so I do see them popping up in some other spots that I didn't plant them, but they definitely don't come back for me here. And they like the full sun, but they also, you start seeing snapdragons in the store when it starts to get cool, because they do kind of like the cool weather. Again, this is in a container with some Diplodia and some marigolds, but look at these beauties, guys. Let me know if you have the beautiful snapdragon in your containers or in your garden beds. Next up, we have some beautiful pentas. Now, this penta here is white, and I should have caught it in its glory, but the first set of blooms is done. I need to cut it back. But it's in a container with a butterfly bush. It's in a container with a calabacoa. It's in a container with a snapdragon. But here is the penta. I absolutely love penta. It's actually my top 2 favorites for a couple of reasons. It comes in these great colors. It comes in fuchsia, red, and white that I've seen in the stores. But what I do love about it, and you can see in one of my last videos last year when I did a container, I put some pentas in there and the butterflies were just going nuts over it, guys. It's really a great annual for the butterfly and the bees. So here it is, this white one right here. And I just want to move the other plants out the way so you can get a good idea what it looks like, because I have 2 pentas in here. And this is what the foliage looks like. It requires full sun, guys. Here's another penta over here. And I have it here in this container again. All of my summer containers really, well, not every last one of them, but most of them are going to be in full sun except for the ones that are going to be in the shade. But I really love Penta because it's easy to grow. It can be in a container. It can be in a hanging basket, and it actually can be in the garden bed without a problem. Let me know if you have the beautiful Penta, what colors you have, and how they do in your yard. Next up, we have the beautiful Lantana. Now, I buy Lantana every year, but my store doesn't have a lot of variety in Lantana. They only seem to sell the annual version. They don't have Miss Huff, and they don't have the ones that we know should come back for us here in Georgia Zone 8A. They did have New Gold, and supposedly New Gold is supposed to come back for me, but every year it just does not. No matter how much I mulch, New Gold does not come back for me. So I'm stuck with buying, and I'm not going to drive too far just to find the Lantana. But my Lowe's, my Home Depot, my Walmart, they all seem to only have the annual Lantana. Now, this guy here brings in the bees, brings in the butterflies. It is a beauty. Now, this one is just the yellow one, but they do have ones that are more colorful, and they actually do have whites. Now, just bought this one for the season. It definitely won't come back because it just said Lantana. Somebody told me that if I mulch New Gold enough, it should, but this is my 5th year, and it has never come back. So it's no big deal. I love it enough where I could buy it every year. So I have it here in a garden bed with verbena, not a verbena, I'm sorry. I have it here in a garden bed with a veronica that needs to be cut back, and it's in the same bed with some daisies and stuff. So this is one of the ones that I put in the ground because I really want the butterflies and the bees to get to it. Let me know if you have lantana in your yard. Next up are French marigolds. I love these plants. I know somebody who can't really, they don't really like the smell that it gives off, but I really like it. Now, people say that this is great for mosquitoes. You'd need a whole truckload of these to even affect the mosquitoes, because I have them and it doesn't seem to matter. But I'm not buying them because I'm trying to keep mosquitoes away. I'm buying them because they look like this, guys. This beautiful orange. They have some that are really nice and orange. They have some that are really yellow, and they have some that are reddy orange, and that's really great. I have it in this container here. Again, you saw it earlier, where I have it with the Snapdragon and the Diploia, and it looks really amazing. Let me know if you have the beautiful French marigold in your yard. Now, the French marigolds are the ones that don't grow that tall. But it doesn't really matter though. I put them in the front of the container, and they do well every single year. Next up is the beautiful coleus. You guys know I rave about coleus. I've been planting coleus and having them in my house, in the bathroom, in containers, in mason jars, and water and soil. I make coleus containers every year, and they really, really do well. What I love about coleus is that it's easy to propagate. Also, it looks like this. You have all these different foliage types, and look at this beauty here, and then right next to it is this guy here, and then next to that is this guy here, and all types of other coleus that I have that I'm definitely going to do a video on. But this annual here, now you could bring it in the house. If I don't bring it in the house, it will not make it. If I bring it in the house and keep it as a house plant, it will do quite fine, as long as I give it some light from the windows. But I used to do that actually, but I stopped doing that. But in any case, I love coleus so much. Some coleus are great just for the shade, but some of them are actually shade and sun. Now, when I bought these were marketed as for sun and shade. I would never put these in the sun, the full sun, because in Georgia, full sun is really, truly, truly full sun, and these will get burnt all the way up. And I really don't want to have to water this plant every single day. Here's another type of coleus. I believe this one is flamethrower, and they're just amazing, guys. Let me know if you have coleus in your yard, how it does, whether or not you have it in containers or in the ground. Finally, guys, the last plant on the list, and definitely not least, is the beautiful pansy. I'm also going to put violas in here too, because they kind of go together. You usually see them during the cooler season, and they do burn out in late May to June. So this is why this bed is looking like this. I need to clean this bed up, but I definitely wanted to show you a pansy in my yard. Every single year in September and October, I buy pansies. These are these cheery looking plants here with these little faces. So you see they're always coming either yellow or purple or blue, and as you can see, they are kind of worn out right now, but I definitely wanted to show you what they look like. They have these beautiful color combinations. Look at this purple, and it has a deep purple, a lighter purple, and then a yellow throat. And look at this cute little one right here. And this is a bed that I need to clean up because I have the cabbages in here that I buy at the same time I buy these guys here, but they do really, really well. The difference with these is that when I first started planting pansies and violas, I used to put them in the container, but I find them to be actually grow better when they're in the ground. So this last season here, I took them out the container and I put them in the ground, and they took off. But like I said earlier, they're an annual for me. They will burn out once we start getting hot, and it's gonna get hot. It's been hot the last week, and then they kind of get leggy, and then they kind of burn out. But they are a staple in my yard, especially in the front yard, every cool season, guys. That was my list, guys. Let me know how it compares to yours, or if you would include or exclude any of these plants, or even let me know what your 10 favorite annuals are for your garden. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted on all my new videos. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.